Deforestation of the tropical rainforest. So what is the wicked problem? Due to the increased demand for pulp and paper, body oils, palm oils, most of the South American forests are being rapidly cut. In most cases, it is not being done sustainably, and in fact whole areas of forest are just being cut and then developed and never given a chance for the forest to regenerate. For example, perfectly square, fields are being cut into the rainforest and removing large tracts of trees and disrupting the soil, never allowing the land to heal. Oftentimes, the forested areas are never replanted or even given the chance to regrow. Logging companies use slash and burn techniques to remove undergrowth. Some cutting is for farming, some for logging. With little information and education available to the area, this issue is a perpetuating one. When looking at the 3 E's of sustainability, this wicked problem is generally hard to discern one issue from the next. In fact, they each take a part in the next one. So, for the environment, it is being generally ignored as a stockholder in this system. No one is representing it. Since the forest is being cut away rapidly, these forests not only produce megatons of oxygen for the planet, they are also one of the largest carbon sinks, absorbing more carbon than many of the other forests in the world. This means in the process of releasing carbon to cut the trees, the planet also loses a major source of carbon-reducing forest. In many cases, the environmental impact that is caused is irreversible, and if it is, the cost would be too high for the locals to afford to fix it or to improve to more sustainable techniques. Some of the environmental economic impacts are that slash and burn techniques lowers the cost to logging companies for dealing with the slash and ground cover. However, in some cases these fires will burn so hot right next to the ground that the soil becomes sterile and is unable to be used for anything without decades of waiting or extensive reclamation efforts. Some of the economic issues for the deforestation of the rainforest have been that the trees provide a high dollar income and the land beneath is a highly rich nutrient. This allows for farms to be developed for cash crops and the growth of non-native trees for the purpose of income. Another and more common is the trees are cut for the allowance of expansion. In some cases, the forests are being cut back for houses and development, roads, other infrastructure, and even factories. The economic benefit comes from large purchase in first world countries of pulp and paper, as well as palm oil products. In one of these pictures, you can see a lot of the products that we have here in the US that contain palm oil. The social equity aspect of this issue is that the people of South America at one time shared a very close relationship with the forest, almost spiritual. In fact, they have always gained their livelihood from it. As they continue to grow in population, there needs to continue to advance their use of the forest and to invade further into the forest. Since there are very few schools and they have to travel very far for work due to low income opportunities, there is very little education for them to learn how they could more sustainably run the farming and forest operations. Looking at the DSRP, you can see here in this meta map how one issue directly leads to another, creating a closed loop system. Though there's no arrow at the end, the system currently does not break as the deforestation of the tropical rainforest continues because there's space needed for farming. Trees are needed for pulp and paper products, and the high demand in the first world countries is ever growing as our populations increase. The income and benefits from this is much higher than local and old jobs that were available to low-income farmers. Environmental groups attempt to plant trees and work with locals, but with no avail as it lowers the income opportunities for many of the locals. So no new trees are planted, And again, deforestation continues to happen. So what are the solutions, or what can be done to help solve the problem? The only way to resolve this issue is to have a top-down approach. First world countries must lower the demands for the products from the rainforest regions. For example, Americans use around 2 pounds of paper per year. Another issue is the amount of palm oil-based products that are considered everyday use products, such as shampoos and lotions. By lowering the demand, this slows the supplies, and this allows us to create no cutting zones within the rainforest. In that time, it is also the responsibility of all of us to assist with the restoration effort of the forest. Then, bringing education into the region is crucial, finding ways to demonstrate proper and sustainable forest techniques. In this way, helping locals maintain their newfound economic prosperity, but also helping the environment. In conclusion, the best any of us can do is buy responsibly, demand change from companies that are exploiting the rainforest, and most importantly, check the source of the products that you use. If possible, get involved with an environmental organization and help actively make a change or donate to assist with their effort. On this page, I have attached a few of the environmental organizations that are working directly in the rainforest area and specifically in South America. Thank you for your time.